Oh, good lord, what is this smog? Holy crap.
This is,
The
hey,
space smog is
hey, it's
gonna kill
LA.
you.
You're
You're in space LA.
We're in
yeah,
space LA.
apparently, yeah.
Space other planet LA.
So welcome back to
Smog?
welcome back to the streaming platform where they are what is it? De-authenticating account or unverifying accounts.
Wait, what about now?
So well, I'm curious. Have you guys heard about the latest news coming out of YouTube about what they're doing with account verification?
Nope. Please continue on because I haven't heard any of this.
So most recently, this has kind of been making the rounds. YouTube has been sending out friendly little emails to content creators of sort of, I guess, popular channels, but of not, particular note. So essentially, channels that have
views, but not
but not, but they're not like part of an organization or something.
Nah, we need a heat weapon.
We can do that though.
Yes, we can.
Because I mean, you've got too cold, and you can just slap on a thing.
That's true.
Because I've got
on a thing.
I've got like
put on your proproprietary device.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Let's do.
Because I've got like purple and no color.
Purple and no.
I guess I can slap here. Actually,
I got it. I got the slap chop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, YouTube has decided that they're going to stop. I guess essentially supporting channels' authentication if they aren't part of a corporation, media group, celebrity, or otherwise license holder of a sort.
You have to be part of one of the you have to get a sponsor.
So essentially, the way I've seen it, I guess worded is, unless you are like Saturday Night Live, for example, they will give the verification to the official SNL, but they won't give it to like a rehost or something, which of course makes sense. Like that's kind of like a no duh. But they're also removing authentication from people that have big popular channels because they're not part of some, I guess, corporation group of holding or something. Because they're not licensed to Ubisoft. Someone who plays a Ubisoft game for their career or something will not be verified anymore, for example. So yeah, it's some kind of interesting business.
So they're trying to make it rich people only club or something.
Something.
The other thing they're doing.
I'm not exactly sure, but go ahead.
You heard the other thing they're doing with the if you've got this or this, your account is flagged as a child.
Yeah.
Account.
Some accounts have flat out.
Buckets of advertising, right?
Yeah.
Whether you're mature only, general audience, or kid friendly.
Yeah, something like that. And if your account's been found to not be kid friendly or whatever, they're just flat out. Yeah, they're just flat out. Yeah, just turning off your stuff.
Yeah. Well, and also if you watch like cartoons or cartoon reviews or anything like that on your account, you automatically get marked as a child, regardless as to whether or not.
Oh, I can tell you something about that too. Let me tell you.
Go on.
We're kind of on the point that Jamie just made. I think I got linked a clip from Adventure Time like this last month or something by a friend of mine. And weirdly, ever since, I've been getting a lot of children's show stuff in my recommended. And it's like, why? What pattern of history have I shown that this is...
You watched this one video one time.
I literally watched one video from a show that's arguably a kid's show, and yeah.
Well, okay, so I understand why. It's because they don't want adults who are marking kids' shows, like live-action kids' shows, at particular parts because, some people are gross like that, as being the best parts. So rather than just not making those videos time-stamped shareable...
What was that?
They're marking any accounts that watch those kinds of shows as children's...
Like, as the default.
Yeah.
I
Regardless
guess.
as to what you have in as your age.
That's really kind of silly.
It's just a little silly, yeah.
It's like there's already enough to deal with, with like having no swearing in the first like minute, or else you can't get monetized, stuff like that, and like all the other strange things that they've been doing.
Oh,
lately.
everything like that. Yeah, all kinds of fun business, really. What is? How many times do I have to teach you old men this lesson, man?
Plenty.
There we go. There is just something like, okay, so as we kind of touched on in the last episode, this was a pain and a half to get set up.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, once you're actually just in, like, getting to fly around and shoot stuff and all this, it just, I don't know, it's almost like cathartic to just get to do the thing again.
Well, because there aren't that many, I think, like console like fighter games anymore. Like, I can't think of any. Off the top of my head.
There's kind of not. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and branch on out here. Since we're talking about console games and kind of stuff like that. I recently have been playing on the Switch a game called Daemon Ex Machina.
Right.
Which is, I guess, the closest thing that we will get to like a modern, like Armored Core or Zone of the Enders.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a game that I will go ahead and say right now has its flaws.
What kind of flaws does it have?
The biggest, I guess, offender would be the repeated mission types.
Oh, like
it doesn't have a lot of
target.
It doesn't have a lot of variety in what it does, but what it does is still fun. So in that I can forgive it.
Right.
But I mean that is still kind of an issue that you shouldn't just like brush off, I guess. So I would not call it an amazing game, but I would call it a very solid foundation on a formula that isn't really done much anymore. So
I'm keeping up mostly.
I guess I can do the debut of the review channel right here and say, Daemon Ex Machina seems like a very fun game, at the core, and there is definitely going to be something there for you if you dig into it. However, it's not a very well explained game either.
Like it doesn't tutorial well?
It does not tutorial well, and not only that, but there is a lot of detailing stuff that is not well documented, like stats in the game and things like that. And, I just took a buttload of damage and I might die here.
Jamie going for the I'm going to crash into him method.
It's the finest of all, really. But no, so let's see. There's been that game I'm trying to get you into, Astral Chain.
Yeah, which I've heard about. I just don't know what it does.
I'm for those of you that have played it and those of you that haven't, I'm trying to sell Amarith on the fact that it is police JoJo's.
Police JoJo.
Which is literally it as far as I can explain it anyway. But not only that, but it's co-op.
Interesting.
And I'm actually kind of curious, how the co-op plays. So
yeah,
you might be seeing it on the channel. I suppose that's going to be up to Amarith and timing and all that. So
it's all the scheduling.
Is this an
and stuff.
escort mission?
No. I think this is just this is the whole
base that has like stuff in it.
Yeah,
we
remember
need a
we need it was like a cold or a fire weapon.
We need a fire weapon.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And before we actually got into today's episode, we were kind of talking about Souls games because we were mentioning Sekiro and Bloodborne.
Yeah.
And that got me on a track of thinking I have been playing what is essentially Dark Souls with guns.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you that actually know the game, I'm sure you'll know what I'm talking about. For those of you that don't, I'm talking about Remnant from the Ashes. It is a game that you probably don't really know much about because it was not really well marketed.
Imagine that.
And I didn't really know anything about the game myself until I kind of just started seeing people playing it one day. And when I saw them playing it, I'm like, this is kind of neat looking. Like, this looks pretty awesome.
I need to switch back to Frost Weapon.
Yeah. So I picked it up and have been playing it. And as much as I hate literally just calling it Dark Souls with guns, The
Oh,
formats.
wait, hang on. Doesn't Dark Souls have... Wait, no, that's Bloodborne. Okay, never
Bloodborne,
mind.
yeah, I was gonna say Bloodborne has
I had to think
guns.
about that a second.
It's not. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's wrong to call it that because it does have a lot of Souls-like elements. I mean, I would prefer to call it a Souls-like because I mean, you know, that's like what it is. It's got bonfires. It's got Estus. It has iframe rolling.
Anything good?
We got our loot. I didn't exactly see what it is. What do I do with this?
Well, I mean,
deliver the process.
At this point, isn't a Souls-like game basically a roguelike game, but with certain stipulations now? So is it like a subcategory of roguelike?
Are we sticking to the ground, or?
I have to. I'm too heavy to fly this thing as I'm carrying it.
I'll stick with you then.
So you can just kind of, roll with me here.
Just bash into that rock.
Yeah. But it's also got kind of a unique element to it and something I really like. It's got full co-op. I'm talking complete, beginning to end co-op that you can play with 2 buddies because it's a 3-man squad, not 4. And there's no PvP elements in it.
Oh, good.
So you don't need to worry about some dickhead soul level rando with fully plus 20 gear rolling up in your
game. On your parade because I feel like it.
So I actually really like that because it allowed me to just play the game with my friend that I was playing it through. The story's kind of weird, it's that very Souls-like. Everything is mumbled at you by weird characters who...
You have no idea what their actual intent is.
You don't know who they are. They don't really know themselves. Everything's kind of weird. You just kind of pick up details as you go.
Here, eat this plant and don't question it.
Yeah, essentially. And plant's kind of a funny term to use for it, too, since the primary enemy in that game is the root.
The Groot?
The Groot is not wrong either, since they are kind of like evil Groots in a way.
They're evil tree people.
Kind of, yeah. Oh, what'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
Oh, we do this. Okay.
Yeah.
We got. Oh, is this like the main ship upgrade?
Oh God, apparently, yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh jeez.
Well, we should probably take a look at this, and then next time on the branch, come back to it.
Yeah, we'll look at this off the branch and then come back to just gameplay.